efforts, which now include the threat of additional tariffs, are misguided.
This has been very badly received across the United Kingdom. We're allies of the United States.
The pleas so far are falling on deaf ears. President Trump doubled down on line, and Monday, U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent tripled down.
I think everyone should take the president at his word.
The Trump administration argues the U.S. needs Greenland for national security reasons.
How's it? Hang loose. Welcome to Mongoose Max Y, the channel. Okay. Howdy. Aloha, everyone. It's Tuesday, January 20th. It's Tuesday. Let's put this on. Get a little color out there. And going over there. Okay. Tuesday, January 20th. Wow. January is just rolling along. So, January 20th. Yep. 1 year ago, Trump swore the oath of office by he didn't put his hand on the Bible because there was no Bible there. He just went, there was no Bible. He didn't put his hand on he didn't do that. Just saying. It's like, does that count like cross your fingers behind your back? I swear to uphold the Constitution. Yeah. Well, so here's a little vlog, a little news. There's another chill wave with possible rain coming this way starting Wednesday. That'd be tomorrow. The Toastmaster Day. And, Confusion, exactly. And I am just waiting for my cards to come in with that February 1st or 2nd. You know, I need to make sure. And I got an appointment. Holy crap. Wait a minute. Is that today? Uh-oh. I have an appointment today. Is that? No, that's next week. Oh, gosh. Just see. And now in the world, Trump is about to invade Greenland again. And I'm not sure if that's a distraction, but I think it's everyone else is taking him seriously, and he's just crazy enough to do it. People of Greenland are going, get out of here, don't come over here. Denmark, the country behind Greenland, NATO country, is like, hey, no, this is a NATO country. All the European countries are going, are you crazy? What are you doing? And tariff is the answer. Tariff is the key. Tariff, CA. Trump is singularly focused on tariffs as the answer to everything. For some reason, he got it in his noggin that will do all, because people are the suffering. It costs too much. I will make it cost a lot, and then they will bow to my will, and then I'll bring it down. And tariffs really don't work that way, and it's a power of Congress, so that's going all over the place. But basically, not only did he's kind of going over to Iran to do that, like bully Iran, and with Greenland, he just said, well, I'll tariff them. Wait a minute, it's Greenland. So I'll tariff all the countries in Europe that support Greenland until you give it to me. So 10% tariffs up on Greenland until you give it to Donald. And so all the people in Europe, these countries, which are like Germany, all these Netherlands countries, Denmark, Norway, these countries, France, Germany, UK, we'll tariff the heck out of all you guys until just give it to me. And they're sending extra troops to do exercises, military exercise in Greenland, and they're getting ready. Like they'll battle the whole U.S. military.
Check the mic
Greenland
and make
will.
sure it sound right, boy.
So it's just amazing. And it might be, a crumbling of NATO if that happened, because it just NATO attacked NATO and then it's all free for all, no rules. So NATO's been around for 80 years, helped stop World War III. Now you got something that's ducking for World War III.
Plausible.
And he makes a peace. He doesn't want to be part of NATO, so he wants to have a board of peace. And then he has his board of peace. He makes it up in his mind. And if you have $1 billion, $7 billion, you can join the board of peace. But, what? And then Russia is going to join the board of peace. So, I don't know. Is he going to buy Greenland? It's all just whack. Greenland would cost like $700 billion, but they're saying it's not for sale. What? Hey, what about the USA? So I say, this is all crazy. He's not sane in the membrane. There's Amendment 25. If the guy's not capable of governing, get him out of office. So Amendment 25, and because otherwise it's Article 5 of NATO. One country attacks another country, and it's a NATO country, then all the other NATO countries attack. So if we attack Greenland, do all the other NATO countries attack the US? Article 5. So Article 5 and Amendment 25. Get out of here. Let's try not to make this up. There's so much stuff I'm trying to... I think it's just trying. Most of it might be distraction or World War III, one of the two. Look.
Not very.
Look at that. Ooh. Oh. Okay. Let's see what's in the water news, perhaps, and make it snappy. Hawaii news. Oh, look. Hoosiers. Yes, Indiana won. And they're on top, so the Hoosiers are no longer losers. Well, they used to lose all the time. That was the big Hoosier thing. They're like the team that lost the most games ever. Now they're like the winners. So the allies of the, all NATO countries trying to adapt to shifting U.S. priorities. So yes, everyone's trying to understand it. Yesterday, Martin Luther King Day. Trump didn't even do a presidential proclamation. Trump skipped Martin Luther King Day, basically. Didn't do the usual president thing. He just went, screw it. They should be deported. But over here in Hawaii, we had the Martin Luther King stuff, and somebody held a portrait, and these guys danced. I didn't go to the parade. Man accused of posing as pilot books hundreds of free flights. Scam. Oh yeah, I'm a pilot. Okay. The Hoosiers back in sports. Hoosiers won 27-21. They beat Miami, so it was puzzling a good. I missed that game. So Mendoza did all kind of like couple of things at the end and won. It was a close game. Hoosier, and yay, I guess. And basketball and more football. Buffalo Bills fire the coach after losing because they lost to Denver Broncos. So the Seahawks are now betting. The Seahawks won. Their Seahawks going to Super Bowls, and it's either the Rams or the Patriots. I don't know what. Super Bowl. Oh, help me. It's getting close to the Super Bowl, I guess. And Hoosiers won. Yeah. Okay. Perhaps back in the day. Yeah. Something like back in the day. Oh, look, like 1988, back in the day. You just relax, just put on a kimono and say Pledge of Allegiance. I don't know. Members of kindergarten class honor President Abraham Lincoln with an enthusiastic rendition of the Pledge of Allegiance. Ahead of the 16th president's birthday, a bronze statue titled Lincoln the Frontiersman stood in the same campus.
Do you want it?
They have a Lincoln statue. It's been there since 1944, so they're like, we gotta do the Lincoln thing. Pledge of Allegiance, we got the kimonos. And, police chief, they can't find one. Oh, look, political cartoon. Oh, yeah.
If we say yes, he's promising us a ballroom.
Greenland. A lot of Inuits up there. The polar bears like, what do we got here?
Peach, 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 search for the search, support translations, party, sound, critical date, January 16th, jump to more about basketball game.
Let's do it, man.
Trump cares more about Iranians than Americans.
We can only wish that Donald Trump cared as much about American protesters standing up against the repressions of the US government as he does about Iranian protesters standing up against the repressions of the Iranian government. We can only
hear you.
You do? We can only wish that Donald Trump cared as much about the ICE killings as he does about the killings in Iran. We can only wish that Donald Trump supported needed regime change in the U.S. We can only wish that Donald Trump supported needed regime change in the U.S. as much as he supports needed regime change in Iran. We can only wish Henry Bennett Manoa. Thank you, Henry, for sending in your letter to the editors of the paper and being politically whatever and talking in tutu voice and being public domain. Yeah, we can only wish. As you wish. We can only wish. Wish. You got that little as you wish. No. Oh, we can only wish. We can only hope for. We can only wish for. No. Apparently, since this is just crackers and what he's doing is just wrong and bonkers, he's kind of displaying a ton of not being capable of actually running the country, in the sense of this guy is not competent. We got Amendment 25. So if it's not competent, you gotta get him out. And then, then Article 5 of the NATO, one country gets attacked, all NATO. There's something terribly wrong there. And it's like he's driving the country and the world, and all this tariff thing on all of the allies in Europe. There's something really wrong, and there's going to be a lot of pressures to get him out. And the popularity, he's down in the 30-40% range. So if the midterm elections were held now, the Democrats would sweep, and then he would be impeached. So it looks like they might be getting desperate to either distract or do weird stuff. And not even 1% of the Epstein Files have been released. Not even 1% of all the Epstein Files. This has been an illegal cover-up of Epstein Files since December 19th. Okay, that's enough. I was gonna be in the dark. Anyways, it's
grandfather.
Aloha. It's Tuesday. Have a good day. I hope it goes out well. Aloha to you.
Aloha to you. Have a good one. It should be a thing. It'll be alright.